You're not broken. You're just burnt out from trying to fix everything at once. This feeling is a quiet epidemic in a world that screams for constant improvement. We are surrounded by an endless buffet of self-help resources. There are books, podcasts, perfectly curated social media feeds. They all promise a shinier, more productive, ultimately a better version of ourselves. This relentless pursuit, this sprint toward an ever-moving finish line, is exhausting. It leaves us feeling more depleted than empowered, more fractured than whole. The irony is that the very tools meant to build us up can become the heaviest burdens we carry. This essay is an invitation to do just that. Before you can decide where you are going, you must first understand where you stand. Returning to your core values is the essential first step in resetting from self-help burnout. Your values are your internal compass. They are the deeply held beliefs that guide your choices, your behaviors, and your sense of integrity. In the noise of external advice and endless shoulds, it is easy to lose touch with this internal guidance system. We start chasing goals that don't truly belong to us, adopting habits that feel foreign and disconnected from our spirit. Taking the time to reconnect with your values is an act of profound self-respect. It is about clearing away the clutter to hear your own voice again. It can start with simple, quiet reflection. Ask yourself gentle questions. You are searching for the 2 or 3 foundational pillars that define who you want to be. Honesty, connection, courage. Write them down. Let them be a visible reminder of what is most important. After anchoring yourself in your values, resist the urge to overhaul your entire life. The self-help industry sells grand transformations, but lasting change comes from small, consistent actions. Focus on one meaningful habit, powerful for recovering from burnout. Trying to juggle 5 new habits divides your energy. Waking up at 5 a.m., meditating, journaling, exercising, eating clean, your system gets overwhelmed. A single missed step can feel like collapse. Choosing one habit channels all your focus into a single manageable action. Make it so small, it feels almost effortless. If your value is mindfulness, not a 30-minute meditation, but 3 deep breaths before you get out of your car. If your value is connection, not weekly dinners, but one thoughtful text each morning. These small actions build trust with yourself. Each completed habit is a vote for the person you want to become. In our culture of relentless productivity, rest is often framed as a weakness or a luxury. We are taught to hustle, to grind, and to push through exhaustion as if it were a badge of honor. One of the most courageous and healing things you can do is to reframe rest not as a reward you earn, but as a fundamental requirement for a healthy and whole life. Normalizing rest without guilt is a radical act of self-care. It is about recognizing that your body and mind are not machines. Guilt is the silent thief of rest. To combat this, we must consciously give ourselves permission to be still. It can be as simple as scheduling 5 minutes between meetings to close your eyes and breathe. It can mean putting your phone away for an hour in the evening to simply listen to music or stare out the window. Protect your sleep as if it were a sacred practice, because it is. You are valuable because you exist, not because of what you accomplish. Actively challenge the messages that tell you to keep going at all costs. By connecting rest to your values, you give it purpose and power. The final piece of this gentle reset is perhaps the most profound, letting go of the need for perfection, and learning to celebrate your growth as a human being, not just a human doing. Perfectionism is a trap. It convinces us that if we can't do something perfectly, we shouldn't do it at all. It is the heavy armor that prevents us from living wholeheartedly. Give yourself the grace to be messy, to be a beginner, to be gloriously incomplete. Try replacing that harsh inner critic with a voice of compassion, the way you would speak to a dear friend. Instead of, "I can't believe I failed again," you might say, "This is hard, and I'm proud of myself for trying." As you practice your one habit, rest without guilt, and live by your values, you will begin to change. It is about who you are becoming in the process, This is identity growth. It's feeling a sense of quiet confidence that wasn't there before. It is about understanding that your worth is not measured by your productivity or your progress. Your worth is inherent. Let's begin this kinder, more sustainable path together, one gentle step at a time.